Hey, it's Curtis here with Press Pause Productions. Here we have the cast of the we got the cast of the play Philly Raw Philly. We have the original author of the book on the download, J.L. King. And what actually inspired you to write that book?
That's gonna be a whole conversation. I just needed to tell my story, and I wrote it for my daughter, and I wrote it about me and nobody else.
Okay, it's a very controversial topic.
I told my story.
I hear you. Yeah, it was a very controversial topic. It was a lot of things that I've never even heard in my life, but yeah, it was a very deep story, and I appreciate all of you that were a part of it. It was crazy, but you.
Yes.
Was this could you relate to this personally, or was this more of a character for most of you guys?
This was both. I can relate to it personally and a character. Yes.
I like the topic because it definitely needs to go out there. People need to talk about it more, and I like what you said. Lesbians or certain people think that they can't be affected. It can't touch them, but anybody, and everyone needs to hear this.
Because of Ngozi adding this character to the play, because this play I've done this play in 10 different cities. So to add that part, this is the first time I've had a lesbian part in this play. And I was kind of on the fence about it, but the way that she delivered it, I was like, okay, that works, yes.
Jamal, your character, yeah, that was a lot. How was that, delivering that?
It was difficult because part of it I can definitely relate to. Part of it I feel like I relate to Jamal on so many levels. Then part of it was so far from me that I never dealt with the incest part of it. So that was really, it was new for me. It was challenging. But I think the part that really relates is the whole HIV positive thing, because I myself am HIV positive, and I can understand that fear of attacking it or facing it. So I really definitely, I enjoyed it. It was a challenge, but I enjoyed it, and I had a great support team behind me, pushing me and helping me along the way. So it wasn't a one-man show. You may think, but it was not a one-man show.
And we definitely appreciated the last point you guys may not have caught, but you guys all said the part afterwards. Everyone talks about the awareness, everyone talks about prevention, but there's such a taboo behind hearing, oh, I'm HIV positive, life goes on. And that's the point that they made tonight, that it's not something that you need to fear. It's not anything that once it happens, you don't have to hang it up and call it quits. There's more to do in life. And
yes, exactly. And I think the important thing is that you take care of yourself, that you find a support system, that you continue to live. Don't allow, like I tell people, I have HIV. HIV does not have me, and that's how we live.
I hear you're a hard person to work with. I was kind of nervous about approaching you, but yeah. How was it converting the book and bringing it to life? How was that process?
The process was fairly, it was difficult, but it wasn't impossible, because fortunately for J.L. King, he allowed me to he said, go do what you got to do. He did say run with it. And without taking away too much, I stayed true to Jamal. I did add a little twist to the straight characters, Nia and Paul, but the lesbian part, I was just like, nah, I got to do it. Although, I'm not positive, I'm not negative, positive, whatever. I'm so nervous.
What are you?
I'm a woman, but still, like, it was important for women to understand that lesbian women can pass it to each other, and it's not about them being bisexual or anything like that. It's just all about that anything could happen. She could have contracted from, intravenous drug use, a blood transfusion or something, but still being sexually active as a lesbian, it still can be transmitted, and that was something that needed to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, we lesbian women, we don't talk about it too often. We'll just get it in and thank you and keep it moving. And so I needed for us to all to pay attention, especially to her character Elise. It was very, very, very important for that story to be heard, because there was a lot of women that came to me and was like, oh my God, I never thought about that. I never thought about, wow, I don't talk about it. It's like, we're the lowest risk. We don't get it. We can't pass it to each other. So I needed to be honest and put her part in there. So yeah.
I think the most two powerful characters in the play is these two young men right here.
These two right here. They brought a lot of. Yeah, they brought a lot of liveliness to it. They're coming out into the crowd.
Condoms, HIV testing, condoms.
Yeah, they pass out free condoms and just continue to encourage everyone to continue to preserve yourself and protect yourself and be safe. Just continue to be safe. Is there anything? Is it gonna continue, or are you guys gonna do any more?
Well, the play has been on tour. We're going to do a national tour to 10 cities. And the big thing, after this success, big things are happening. Big things are happening.
Any, you guys gonna add like transgender or anything along those lines?
Oh, no.
You talk, yeah. Oh, he looked at me, so I guess maybe I'll be doing that. I think I may do that. So we gonna. So I guess so. I guess it's up to me, but I definitely thought about that, transgender male and female, because once again, you know, that's a
Bruce Jenner thing going on right now.
it's not even, but you know, it's not even about him. It's just over the whole collective, because we're all sexually active. So it doesn't matter what package you appear to be. When it comes to sex, if you're not protected, it doesn't matter at that point. So
that's a commendable thing. That's a real commendable thing for Bruce Jenner to come out and actually talk about that, because there's so many people that's out here that's actually afraid to come out and talk about their sexuality or their gender reconsignment or them changing their lifestyle, because they don't know when family is going to accept them. So they have to find some support system somewhere, and a foundation and a base somewhere in order for them to feel loved and everything. And it was actually commendable and salutatorial for him to do what he did.
I definitely agree. But it was a pleasure meeting all of you. You guys did a great job, and I wish you all the best of luck and continue in your endeavor. Curtis, Press Pulse Productions, you guys be safe.
take care.
Yeah, that was